And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. We're live here by the historic Laurel Park paddock. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker, Keith Fusel. A beautiful Saturday afternoon for live horse racing. We have 10 live races for you today, including 5 on our world-class turf course and big fields on the turf. We'll get to all today's action, but real quick, recapping yesterday, how about your cousin with Abracadabra, a little magic in the first leg of the Pick Six? I played a big ticket. I took a big swing on the Pick Six yesterday because I thought it's at that level right now where there was 6,000 in the carryover yesterday. There's 6,600 in it today. If you get all 6 winners, it's at that level where you very good shot. You'll be the only ticket and you'll take down a nice pool of money because there were 0 live tickets going into the 8th race yesterday. With two races to go yesterday, there was 0 live in the Pick Six. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was a big day to snake in there and take it down. I played a big ticket. I went 7 deep in the first leg, and I didn't have Abracadabra. How'd that horse go off 9-5? I didn't get that either.
That was the biggest key. Even if she said, hey, Keith, I really like the horse, I didn't get any word on it, which I wish I would have. But at 9-5, I don't think I could have bet the horse. Too low.
The rider changed to Toledo. Got a nice ride by Toledo.
They've kind of reverted back. She had that one race on the page, Abracadabra did, going long, stretching back out, and I will say Toledo did a really nice job. He broke alertly, allowed the speed to go on, and just sat in a little bit of a pocket. And, boy, when the seam opened, realistically, the horse just had a nice relaxed trip, only had to run the last quarter of a mile. Yeah. And, boy, did she respond.
So Abracadabra won the first leg of the Pick Six yesterday. Nobody hit the Pick Six yesterday. There was 5 out of 6, 4 out of 6 payouts going in to the last race. We had some long shot winners yesterday. Big Joe Candy, Aiden's Ragdoll, and it was good to see Tempt Me Twice win the feature yesterday for Ann Merriman.
Tempt Me Twice is just a horse that tries every time and has had some tough luck, but finally got the right kind of field. Took a lot of pressure. Was out there ding-donging on the lead with Dundalk just to his outside, but shook clear upper stretch, and, boy, held off a nice late run from Bowspread. And the other Sagamore horse, a little bit green, actually, even through the stretch, was laying in. The horse, name escapes me, was closing on the outside.
Maryland Pride.
Yeah, Maryland Pride. And a good effort, though, from Bowspread for Milan Milosevic.
All right, so we have some nice turf races today. We've teased you a couple times with that carryover in the Pick Six. It's a beautiful Pick Six carryover today because there it is, $6,647. Because I tell you what, Belmont has nothing but grade ones today. Keeneland has grade ones down there. A lot of people going to be paying attention to that. There's a carryover in the Belmont Pick Six today. So today's a beautiful day to sneak in there. You get a couple nice price winners on your ticket. I'm saying you'll be the only ticket with 6 out of 6 winners. So beautiful day for the Pick Six. I'm still putting my ticket together. I want to get your opinions throughout the show and factor that into my ticket. And there's a second carryover of the day. Super High Five is going to start in the second race. Every race with 7 or more horses, so not in the first race. It'll start in the second race. Low 15% takeout on that Super High Five. And today's carryover, $2,100 in the Super High Five. They don't hit at race 2. It'll carry right over until the third race. So let's see. We're 2 weeks away from Maryland's big day at the races, the big day of the fall meet, the Jim McKay Maryland Million, Saturday, October 21st. Get your tickets now. Go to laurelpark.com for all your tickets and information. And there you have it. Jailbreak Beer Garden, Kids Corral, fun for the whole family, and some great horse racing.
They've got the hat contest.
Yep.
You know, a little flavor of the Derby and the Preakness.
Get a little hat
even
contest.
The Ellery Trials, they have the hat contest. We're going to have it out here for Maryland Million.
I like it. Hat contest, and you can win a free Maryland Million hat as well. The first 4,000 that buy a program get a free Maryland Million hat. And we have the hat contest as well. So that's 2 weeks away from today. It's going to be here before you know it. Go to laurelpark.com. We'll have a bunch of press releases coming out about all the horses running. Our Laurel Park Weekly show will be all over Maryland Million. So get your tickets now, laurelpark.com. Let's get right to the conditions today. Beautiful conditions today. We're fast and firm. We're on the bowl game and the Exceller turf courses today. Your thoughts on how the turf was playing yesterday? Speed was holding pretty well. It looked like yesterday.
It was. It wasn't really any penalizing if you were up near the front end. It was a pretty good spot to be. We did have some horses make some significant runs off the back of the pack. Dirt track again, a little bit wide. Big Joe Candy 5 and 6 wide. Expectations 5 wide around the turn. It's kind of the angle we've been using for a while now for these dirt races. Pay attention to it. If it holds suit, you know, you got to jump on board and try to say, hey, some jockeys ride certain ways, and maybe pick up on the habits of those jockeys as well. So that's something you're going to have to, really read into moving forward with these dirt races.
All right, we'll keep our eye on that throughout the day. Let's get right to it here. 10 races to handicap for you. Race 1's going to kick off the early pick 5, mandatory payout in that early pick 5. And I hear a bunch of people complaining about the high takeouts down at Keeneland. Well, how about this takeout here? 12%, industry low, 12% takeout on both our pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet. The early pick 5 always starts race 1. It's a mandatory payout. Let's take a look here. Rocky the Squirrel, he's excited. He's ready. He wants some winners. Let's go here.
He's looming large, right?
Yeah, he's
ready
here.
to take a chunk out of us, I think, Stan. Must be the new cologne you're wearing.
Man, I guess. I got Rosecroft tonight, so I got to stay I got to stay presentable all day and night.
Can't call sick to Rosecroft, I know that.
No, but I'll be down there. You like the harness race, and that's first race post time down there tonight at 6:40 at Rosecroft. All right, race 1, kick off the early pick 5. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 5,000 filly and mares 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months or never won 4. And I'm going with the Kieran McGee early daily double. It's going to be a bit chalky. That's why maybe you do like a $20, $40 cold early daily double punch on Kieran McGee. He has 2 favorites that look like they're much the best. I'm going with the 3, Little Caton, for the Kieran McGee barn with Caramanos in the open.
Yeah, it looks like the one horse in here that really wants the 7 furlong distance is backing up out of that mile and 16th and mile and 70 affairs up at Penn National, and gets the benefit of this condition. I know you see has won a couple races, but they were for the $4,000 level. Still works here where they don't count in this race. So this horse knows how to win, gets a good setup, some questionable speed types. Wildcat Gaze, Color Me Sexy will all show speed. I just don't think 7 furlongs is her distance. I think things kind of fall into the lap of the 3, Little Caton, at a short price.
Well, we both like the 1, Stormy Mama. Jose Barnes rides this horse, 6-year-old mare for trainer Annette Eubanks. Tough inside post for this horse. She did have a good effort at Timonium. A good second in the mud here at Laurel Park this past August. Didn't run very well last out. She was wide, didn't break very well. Reared at the start and was wide. Still an okay 4th. Hopefully she gets a better trip today from the inside.
No doubt. There's a couple decent races at this 7 furlong distance in the key. It's a shorter field. Jose Barnes, it can move to the outside early if he wants. Just let the 2 speeds that are outside of him, Wildcat Gaze and Color Me Secret, go on, settle, and make a sweeping move if that's the way it's the track. I've got to try that at least in the first race from a jockey. Take that angle and circle, make that circling move.
Well, we both like the 5, Flatter's Secret. Angel Cruz won a race yesterday. Rides this mare for Jacob Hess. Didn't like the race at Timonium at all. Just maybe draw a line through that race. But the race 2 back, a good 3rd there. The 1st and 2nd place finishers would both come back to win. Flatter's Secret, a 2-time winner at the 7 furlong distance. So I like that.
Yeah, this horse is fine. Obviously, we know she likes Laurel. She's not what she once was when she was running over this racetrack and running those bigger races, but once again should get the flow that sets it up for that's it. 3-1-5-7 for me.
But the Leatherberry horse. Leatherberry having a nice fall meet with 3 winners. Wildcat Gaze hasn't run here at Laurel in a while. Last time she was here was this past April against Open Nickel Company. She was a good second that day. King claimed her that day. She's been running at Pimlico, Delaware, to Penn, Timonium. So she runs back on her home track today.
Yeah, she could be the quickest early. Color Me Sexy, shown pretty sharp speed the last 2. Maybe Toledo right back, prompt, make a move. I think she's going to have the lead into the stretch. Will she be able to hold is going to be the question for Wildcat Gaze. She's got some back figures to get it done. A little bit better maybe at 6, though, than 7.
All right, so we're both on the Kieran McGee 4-year-old filly, number 3, Little Caton, heavy favored in the opener, and Kieran McGee, heavy favored here in the 2nd race with the 6, Union Blues, with Julian Pimentel aboard first off the claim. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Also, the Super High 5 starts in race 2. Nice carryover in the Super High 5, over 2,100. You like the early pick 4. You have a ticket. Let's take a look.
I tell you, this is a card similar to yesterday. I had a lot of trouble kind of really coming down with any race to single down to 1 or 2 horses. There's a lot of value throughout this racing card, and you're going to see it's evident, I think, in this early pick 4. $36 ticket, 4 deep to get you started. I don't think Union Blues is any real slam dunk. I'm going to use the horse on top, but I think you've got to go elsewhere with the 2, 3, 5 also in this race. I think they hold some value in what Union Blues is going to be an awfully short price. 3 deep in the third with the 1, the 2, and the 10. Wigwam Summer, I think a bounce-back effort with Stevie Hamilton today. Fourth race, 3 deep as well. The 6, 7, and 8, major barn change for the 6 Flint Hill. And wrapping up in the 5th race, another value shot. Let's go with the 4, Ain, and the 5, Rill in the Hills. Both good prices on the morning line. We're going to try to blow it up early with that $36 ticket.
I like it. You mentioned a couple names. I like Wigwam Summer from the Campitelli barn. I think that horse runs better today. And also, I have Flint Hill right on top, first off the claim for Claudio. Oh, yeah. And we have a good video spotlight of that horse winning here at Laurel Park. Okay, the second race, 5.5 furlongs on the main track, claiming 10,003 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. And I go with the Kieran McGee horse, the 6 Union Blues. Pimentel rides his 3-year-old son of Union. Rags, a decent second at Timonium against 10,002 Life Company. Came from off the pace that day. Didn't have the best trip. Was checked around the far turn in that race. And now waits the 30 days right back in for the 10,002 Life Company here. Should get a nice trip from the 6 hole with Pimentel aboard. I think Union Blues much the best here in the second.
You see a lot of trainers, Grand Motion drops Delacour. A lot of these guys drop these horses in for the tag. Most of them always well bred. They can usually squeeze a race or 2 out of them. After that, all bets are off. Trainers are about 20% first off the claim when claiming off of Delacour over the last couple of years, 46% in the money. Kieran grabs this horse at 58, and a repeat of that race, that number, even the 2-back try at Penn National gets it done. Has some speed, definite speed in here. Yearbook likes to lead, 50s Music likes to lead, but you know what? I don't think any of them are going to get close to Margarita Sunrise early. Sure. If she breaks, goes into the barn of Kevin Patterson, goes from Kieran to Kevin, and we see what happens when they go into this barn. They show speed normally. They show just tremendous speed when they go into the barn. Question is, this guy does not win a lot in Maryland. Yeah. She's going to lead a long way. I think she gets a little weary late. Ice Lake is a horse that I think might improve. I think the drop is going to pick the head up of Ice Lake, number 2, for trainer Carlos Mencia and jockey Xavier Perez. Going to sit a good trip. Was down against the grain of the track on August 20th against a pretty good field. 5th place finisher, actually came back to run a mid-50 number for a higher price. I think Ice Lake is okay. I think Ice Lake has the ability to rate, does not need to lead.
We like the same 3 horses on top, and then you like the 3 in their yearbook from the Kenny Decker barn. Carlos Quinones aboard this horse. Been freshened since that last race. 3 for 4 in the money here at Laurel Park. Kenny Decker, a good trainer. We'll get a nice price here on the 3 yearbook.
Yep.
And I throw the 8, Envision Success, in there. Dove Houghton having a nice meet. This horse a good second last out up there at Penn National. The winner would come back to win. So I think the 8, Envision Success, on his home track today for a good barn at a decent price here in the second. Okay, we start the turf action. 5 big fields on the world-class turf course today. Race 3 is the first turf race, going a mile and a 16th on the Exceller turf course rail at 70 feet. It's a maiden claiming 16,003 and up. We have a video spotlight here of the 2. Red Clay Road from the Tony Aguirre barn. J.D. Acosta will ride. Here's the replay here from September 22nd.
Yeah, a real gritty try, I thought, from Red Clay Road, all things considered. Had to battle early, gets the lead, and at a good 14-1 price, and really shoved along down to the inside on that day. Takes some pressure here from All Spun Up, a shorter price horse, 5-1, and just duels till about mid-stretch. The key to this race, though, look at those internals: 23, 46 and 2, 110 and 2, awfully quick. And when you compare the next day, when the horses at the $16,000 level were running on the same rail setting, this horse digs in very game. Here comes David Chant, who just relished the duel, sat back and just swoosh. I like to chant David Chant back today as well. But all things considered, a good effort from Red Clay Road. I think the road is going to go through him. He has the good tactical speed. He showed some heart. He's going to take this field a long, long way. But Wigwam Summer might be the one at a price to wear him down.
All right, I have the 10. Let's start there with the 10. Wigwam Summer. I liked this horse last time at 6-1 against Maiden 25,000 Company. Maybe the horse needed a race. Now takes a drop down to the Maiden 16. Steve Hamilton will ride coming out of that David Chant race. I like the 10 a little bit here today at a decent price.
Absolutely. I don't know what happened last time. This horse was bet down with 6-1 comparatively in that race. Red Clay Road was 14-1. It was a good try on July 21st. Little layoff. Maybe the horse needed that race. With new face, we got Hamilton going to ride this horse today. I think if Red Clay Road gets any kind of pressure and gets softened up a little bit, maybe Gaelic Chief in the 7 is going to force the issue. This horse can rebound. We've seen the number go from a 44 to a 59, last out of 47. This horse has it in him to run that kind of race. I think he makes a strong enough run to get up.
All right, I like the 10. I perhaps foolishly overlooked the 2, Red Clay Road. I was wondering maybe if the horse bounces off that big number last out, but will have dangerous speed from the inside with the Costa. I go with the long shot on the outside here. I like this horse last time. I'll give him one more shot here. The 12, English Tutor, 3-year-old by English Channel, trained by the Hall of Famer King T. Leatherberry. Second off the claim. The horse was a decent 4th last out in the Chacomont race. Ran against Praise the Moon, Black Prawn in that race. Had to break from the inside and was just kind of covered up around there the whole time. Second off the layoff today. Darius Thorpe's going to have to get in, get a good position around that first turn. Hopefully doesn't get caught too wide. I'll give the 12 English Tutor. I liked this horse last time. I'll give him one more shot today at a price.
I did as well, Stan. It's just that move back to the outside. Darius got him in a great position last time. We kind of made a nice little move off the inside up between horses and just flattened out a little bit. The move to the outside. Maybe the second time in the barn, the horse, that will bring a little bit more improvement. As you said, he's going to have to get over, get position. He has a little bit of speed with some horses that don't have much speed dead to the inside of him. So maybe he can kind of draft over to that maybe 2 or 3 path through the opening quarter, settling to make that run.
No, we both like the 8, Praise the Moon. Good second in this race last time, coming from way out of it. Toledo rides today for Niall Seville, so we know this horse's game. He comes from way far back. We just hope he's not too far back. I use him in the same with the 1, Black Prong. Had a nice trip last time, breaking from the outside. It's going to get an inside post. Caramanos might be going right to the front on the 1, Black Prong, or at least going to be 4th place, I think.
I agree with you, Stan. I think he's got enough to kind of be put into position in a stalking spot. Moves from the 9 post back to the inside. I just think Red Clay Road, I should say, and Wigwam Summer, I think those were better horses they faced last time. This little drop is going to enhance them. Black Prong, he kind of is what he is. He was under a strong drive the final 3/8. He just didn't quite kick on. He's a stayer, no doubt about it. Will he be able to kind of get to the top? I'm not sure.
All right, so nice maiden 16 going long on the turf there in the 3rd race. Let's take a look here at the 4th race, which kicks off the middle pick 4. Race 4 kicks off the middle pick 4, going 7 furlongs, claiming $10,000 for 3-year-old fillies or filly and mares never won 3. And we have a video spotlight here on the 6, Flint Hill, my top pick. First off the claim today for trainer Claudio Gonzalez, who's 38% and a positive ROI with that move.
Yeah, I know we're going back a ways, Stan. It's November of 2016. But there's Flint Hill off of a 3-way scramble. And during that part of the year, outside was pretty good. But Taylor Hull got this horse in gear and circled up 4 wide to go right on by and win, ridding out to the wire. Just a steady hand ride through the final 16th of a mile for Flint Hill. Where has that race been? We don't know.
Sure.
But if anybody can pull it out of her, I got to think it's Claudio Gonzalez, so I got to give him the shot. He doesn't wait. This horse goes up off the claim. Flint Hill, I still think will hold a little bit of value. We've got a scratch part of the entry, shouldn't affect it too much. Maybe lined a little too high at 8. I don't think she gets any higher than 9 to 2 or 5 when it's all said and done.
We both jump on the angle here, so we might have knocked the odds down a little bit. But, you have to respect the barn here. This horse has shown talent before. Kevin Gomez and Claudio, they're doing they're good together, 18%. Flint Hill, both are top picks here in the 4th race. Hopefully we'll get a decent price. Who's the favorite in this race?
Well, I went to the outside. That's the other factor. You've got the George Navarro factor involved. So this horse, who's been bet down, was bet down to 3 to 5, 1 to 5, and 9 to 5 his her last 3 races. Sure, she gets a good draw to the outside. She's going to take a ton of play in here, I would think.
Yeah, she'll be the favorite. So I used the 8, AJ's Amex. And my exact beaten favorite was maybe exposed in that race at Delaware last out in the slop. 7-horse field, 15, 3 life. This is a similar condition here. So let's see if we can beat the favorite with Flint Hill in the 4th race. And then I like the 5 in here a little bit as well. Aphrodite's Quest from the Jonathan Maldonado barn. Didn't like the turf. Well, just okay on the turf last time. But the horse is 0 for 9 on the turf. Had a good second going a mile against 16,000, 3 life, 2 starts ago. So I like the 5 Aphrodite's Quest here at a decent 5 to 1 price.
Has an okay number on the dirt. And that 2-back try was against the bias on the 18th. Was down inside, bulled a long way through okay internals at the distance. I do like the 5 as well in this race. And Nate Red, I think I don't know what move that was to the turf last time was 80-1,
Yeah.
big major step up. Hopefully that didn't damage her confidence too much. But the 2 races prior were good. Look at this 2-back race at Timonium. She had trouble at the gate, was rushed up, moved way too soon into much better horses. Next best thing's a 2 other than kind of horse. Venezuelan Beauty, a multiple winner. So she gets some relief in this race. And no doubt the 7 furlongs, the blinkers come back off. She's going to be tough.
All right, nice 7 furlong there to kick off the middle pick 4. Let's get a commercial break. We have a nice carryover in today's Rainbow Pick 6. Everybody's going to be paying attention to Belmont, Keeneland, all that. Don't sleep on our carryover today. A little over 6,600. It starts in race 5. We'll start with that right after this. All right, welcome back. Today at the race is presented by Fidelity First. Stan Salter, Keith Fustel on a beautiful Saturday afternoon now, getting you ready for a 10-race card this afternoon. Nice carryover in today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. It starts in race 5 on the 10-race program. Some nice turf races, nice carryover, 6,647. They have a bigger carryover in the Pick 6 at Belmont today. They have some grade 1s up there, grade 1s at Keeneland. They'll still put about 3,000 new money into it today, but a beautiful day to sneak on in there and take down a nice signer in today's Pick 6. I'm still working on my ticket.
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts on these races, and I was serious about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I was painfully serious about it yesterday. Get knocked out in the first leg when I'm 7 deep. Wow, abracadabra. I didn't get that magic,
Reached out and grabbed you. Yeah, I mean.
Let's see if we can get some magic here in today's Pick 6. Starts in race 5, going 5.5 furlongs on the Exceller turf. Rail at 70 feet, claiming 16,000. Never won 2. Filly and Mares here. I go 7-11 for the exact of the 7. Riley S. Decent turf sprint 2 starts ago against tough 25,000 starter allowance company. This race easier today. Riley S. got a decent 67 buyer in that race 2 starts ago. I've liked this Great Notion filly since her debut when she went down at Pimlico, and then she got the money at 11-1 this past June, sprinting on the turf here to break her maiden here at Laurel. So I think she'll get a nice trip from the 7 hole with Gomez. That little half-mile sprint at Timonium, just tighten her up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like the 7 Riley S here in the 5th.
My biggest, she's got this horse in for the tag. Could have gone a condition race maybe, right? And not gone for the tag. In for the 16. The 2-back race, anything remotely close, it gets it done. I mean, Mystique Point has legitimized that number coming back and running well. So she is the one to beat. She's going to have some speed to run at. That's what she's going to need in this race to set up that late kick. She's going to be a short price. I don't know how short. I've got her lined at 4. It was tough to really kind of line her off that race when she was 83-1,
Right.
the 2-back try. So if she's bet down to 8-5, no, I can't go near that. She's got to be a fair price for me. Maybe that 7-2, 4-1 range. But we talked about it. The Pick 6, tough sequence. Gets it started here. You really got to look for a price, I believe. I think the 4, Ain, for Susan Cooney is worth a look. And the 5, Real in the Hills for Kenny Decker. Susan Cooney's horse, the blinkers on is the key for me. That moved 2 races back. She didn't have focus prior. The focus came in. She sat off of a good pace, beat a horse that was dropping down in Saturday's rain out of some tougher races. A good number. 52 puts her into the mix. I think she's going to be positionally placed maybe 2, 3, 4 lengths off of it, mid-turn, and make her run. You get Stevie Hamilton. I like to move to Stevie here for Ain somewhere from mid-pack.
Yeah, I think a must-use on the Pick 6 ticket. I like the 4, Ain. How about the 11 on the outside? Royal Brown coming off a little freshening. 4 trainer Howard Wolfendale, 3-year-old filly by Big Brown. Broke her maiden sprinting on the turf here this past July against maiden 25,000 company. She went right to the front that day and just saw 1 by 2. Got a 54 buyer in there. She gets Daniel Centeno to ride today. She does have a little half-mile work posted here in September. I think she'll get a good trip with that speed on the outside. Centeno, one of our top riders.
And that race kind of came out of nowhere, and now we haven't seen the filly. So, there's not a ton of horses in here that want to go right to the front. Royal Brown is one of them. I think St. Penny to the extreme outside is going to be another one that's going to show a lot of speed. That's why I'm kind of looking for a closer. Rill in the Hills is another one. Had a tough trip last time out. You see the comment, ease back early. Rail had a little traffic, had to angle out for room, but came on nicely at the end. I like the way this horse galloped out through the wire. Rill in the Hills keys up with Ain, keys up with my side of the street. Horses that you see the favorite is run against. I think this horse at 15-1 is a user.
Okay, all right. I'll throw that horse on my pick 6 ticket. The 5, Rill in the Hills. We both like the 2, Brenda Bella for Kieran McGee. This horse was in good form on the turf here at Laurel Park. Race came off the turf last out. Beaten favor. Just ignore that race. Been working over there at Pimlico. Gets J.D. Acosta. Should get a good trip. Has enough speed to be in good position early on, I think.
Absolutely. You saw the last turf race was July 14th from the 10 hole. Was hung kind of out. Maybe kind of took a little bit of starch out of that run. Today moves in, should be covered up nicely with J.D. Acosta. And Kieran got this horse to improve nicely off the claim.
All right, nice turf sprint there. The Ann Merriman barn, good to see her with a win yesterday. She could get another one here with Riley S. in the 5th race. So nice turf sprint to kick off today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover over 6,600. Don't sleep on today's Pick 6. Let's take a look here at the 6th race to kick off the late Pick 5. No carryover into today's late Pick 5, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on the late Pick 5. It starts in race 6. We're going 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming 40,000. 3 and up here in this race. We have a video spotlight on the 7, Valerian for trainer Tom Moyley. Here's her debut back on September 15th at Laurel.
Yeah, number 3 that day and had a really kind of a brutal beginning. Let's go ahead and roll it, guys. You got highlighted there. Number 3, Valerian. A little bobble, a little stumble, a little bump and a squeeze. It's not what you want, but we'll show it one more time because this was very impactful into the race. The horse to the outside just kind of leaned in and got her pretty good. Jock Fergal Lynch had this steady. Here's what I like. Out of this nice acceleration that Valerian shows under some urging, kind of goes up and knifes her way in between horses, and then goes ahead and says, I'm going to go right on by Regal Note. I'll go up between horses and get the lead, but takes pressure. And on September the 15th, and we talked about it a couple weeks since we've been back from Timonium, the rail, the inside part of the track, the rail, the 2-path hasn't really been great. But Valerian, a first-time starter, showed a lot of moxie in this race. Went up, showed a good burst, took a lot of pressure, getting hounded by Zephyr Train. Zephyr Train is back in this race today, had the better of it. Here comes 3 wide, the eventual winner, Bronx Sandman, I believe, Stan Wright, gets the perfect trip up 3 wide. But Valerian looks like she's all done right here. Looks like she's just going to kind of throw in the towel. A convergence of horses to the outside. But this gelding does not really give up at all. Stays on very well till the 16th pole. Just fades, only beaten 5 lengths. That's good enough. I think that race is good enough. We just need a break, Stan. Don't need to be slammed out of there, out of the gate, a bump and a pinch. If this horse comes away cleanly, gets positioned to the outside today as opposed to the inside, I think she can break on top and go.
Yeah, he gets a much better outside post today. I use him in my top 3. I liked Bilko last time in the debut. Bilko took money last out against Maiden 25. I like the breeding of this gemologist gelding out of an AP Indy mare. They paid $50,000 for this horse as a yearling. I like the Bilko in the debut. A big, good-looking horse came from way out of it with a wide rally in debut to finish 3rd behind McPherson and Sensational Notion. Daniel Centeno rides today for Dale Capuano. I like the confident step up here to Maiden 40. I think Bilko's a nice horse, and I think he runs even better today. That's my top pick.
No doubt he was running that horse back for 25. That horse had a nice, was covering a ton of ground late. Really kind of figured it out the last 1/8 of a mile, got to the better part of the racetrack, and really finished up nicely, continued on through the gallop. And we talked about Bilko. We liked Bilko on the show that day because of, there was a stat. There was a good 3-year-old maiden stat, first-time starters for Dale Capuano. Right back with Bilko. You're going to have to go in for a look for 40 if you want on this afternoon. Playwright, the 3, I think could be the favorite in here. I've got the horse at a 5-2, kind of a. I think it's good. It's going to vie between those 3, the 3, the 4, and the 7. But Playwright had every right to win last time.
Sure.
As the favorite, sat right in that Bronx Sandman when you saw the video with Valerian and just couldn't quite sustain. I'm not going to take him at a shorter price.
Was coming off a long layoff, second off to layoff today. We both go against him, but the 3 Playwright should be right there. I use him and the exact. How about the one Candlestick Nick I used in my top 4? This was I remember this horse last time. Didn't take any money. Went off 34 to 1 against this maiden 40 field last out. But he was a good-looking Nicanor colt.
Yep.
Nicanor colt for Yolanda King. Been working lights out in the morning. Tough inside post though for the second start today.
It is, but maybe just let this horse take back and settle because he made a nice run. Yeah, he was with on the best part of the racetrack, but took nothing out of it. That was a good effort, good debut for Candlestick Nick, the old homebred out of Sonata Secret, right? Ran around here, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Yeah, Sonata's Secret. That was Sonata's Secret, a debut winner, I believe, at Delaware for Timmy Salzman.
Okay.
I gave the horse to Caroli. He
man.
took me to Pasta Plus for it, I think. Yeah, Sonata's Secret. So I remember that horse, Sonata's Secret. All right, so nice maiden 40 to kick off the late pick 5, the whole Pasta Plus Caroli style. All right, late pick 4 here starts in race 7, going 5.5 furlongs on the bowl game turf course rail at 17 feet, claiming 15,000, 3 and up, wide open. I think there's a lot of speed in this race, a lot of speed to the inside. The Great Provider, Silent Tail, I'm a Wildcat. There's some other speed as well. So I go to the outside. This horse closed to win last time against Open 15. The 11, Where's Dominic? We got a nice 5 to 1 price on him last time. We'll get a nice 4 5 to 1 price on him again today. Pimentel rides for Trombetto. Got a big 84 number last out. You hope he doesn't bounce off that. I think Where's Dominic? Hopefully he's not too far wide. He'll be coming from out of it. Hopefully he just gets a nice trouble-free trip on the outside.
Yeah, a real determined run. And he really didn't have help last time as the Great Provider was able to kind of go out there and set the pace. Now, granted, he was going pretty quick. You see 22 and 1, 44 and 3. Came back a little bit late, but a good sustained run for Where's Dominic. I think he can kind of run right back. This horse is pretty consistent, but he gets even more help today.
Sure,
you've got I'm a Wildcat in there to help out with the pace flow, the floor Silent Tail, and you've got outfits that get bet. Hugh's going to take money. No doubt George Navarro's horse is going to take plenty of play. That's what's going to leave Where's Dominic. Maybe in that 7 to 2, 4, 9 to 2 range. Comes running. I'll take even a little bit higher price. How about the 8 old Good Feng Shui? The 9-year-old here coming in for Ronald Abrams. Right back, only back in 12 days off the layoff. This horse, look at the record. Laurel's Turf Course, 4 starts, 2 wins, and a third. I think he's going to like the return to Laurel Park.
Yeah,
he gets the right kind of setup too. One of these two are going to be my keys in the multi-race gimmicks, the 8 and the 11. I'm going to use these two. I'm going to center everything around them. I need to do watch somebody go out there and just go wire to wire. I'm going to need some help up front, but I think we're going to get that today.
I didn't have the 8 anywhere, but I'll have to use the 8 on my pick 6 ticket now. J.D. Acosta rides the 9-year-old Good Feng Shui. It's made almost $500,000, so I'll throw that horse on my ticket. I also like the 2. I think the 2 of the Great Provider is going to be right there with Katie Davis and Hugh McMahon. They're red hot together. They're going to be sending from the inside. It was a big 83 number last out. Just got beat a neck by Where's Dominic. You go against the 2 here. You thinking the speed's going to compromise?
Yeah, I'm tossing all the speeds, but as you say, we've seen this time and time again in these races. The break is critical.
Right.
So if 1 or 2 of them just get in a little bit of a trouble, that other one has that speed, just gets the jump, gets to go clear, and has a main advantage. I think we're gonna go really quick up front. Speed's gonna come back a little bit. Even Liberal Spin for Potts is a user in my mind.
All right, it's a nice turf sprint there in the 7th race to kick off the late pick 4. Another maiden 40,000 for you in race 8. Maiden claiming 40,000 for 2-year-olds, going 6 furlongs on the main track. And my top pick and the likely favorite in this race was a 10 Broad Surprise, who's a late scratch. So scratched the 10 Broad Surprise out of race 8. Also scratched the 6 Jovis. My top pick in here now is going to be the Brandon McFarlane, 2-year-old by Freedom Child, the 8 Free to Trump. This horse didn't run very well in debut, but I see the comment there, belated rally in debut. Remember, we talked about this horse last time. They put the blinkers on him last time. He made a nice rally through horses last time with the blinkers on at 32 to 1 at this level. Carlos Quinona stays aboard. I'll stick here with the 8 Free to Trump, 2nd time blinkers today.
It's another wide open race. Free to Trump you could definitely use. Kind of the same kind of trip. Loves Last Dash for Keith Nation, who gets the Lasix on. They kind of ran as a team from the top of the stretch, but in the best part of the racetrack. They were out there 6, 7, 8 wide and made good late runs. Yeah, but Free to Trump, we used that horse last time out at 32 to 1. I think I caught that exact, if I'm not mistaken. But I think this race might be ripe. Look for a new face. One of these firsters, the 11 Oldies but Goodies, or the 14 Call Me Cowboy. Call Me Cowboy draws in off the AEs. I think one of these two have got a really, really good shot to get it done.
The 13 run? I missed the draw.
Yeah, the 13 is in. Yes.
So it's both the 13 and the 14. They both run.
Yeah, and that should be the 14 guys for me up top. The 14, Call Me Cowboy.
All right, Eddie Coletti.
In race that. I'm going to go with the first. By morning line, it was 21% with the first-time starters out of a mare, Texas Kitty. Who's okay. Who's produced two-year-old winning sibling. I think this horse is going to be well met. The works up there are solid. Barn doing well, 23% over the last 90 days. I think this horse comes in live with John Pisano.
I like outside posts for first-time starters, but 14, he might get parked out. He's going to have to break sharp and hopefully not get not stay out there too wide for too long. A bunch of first-time starters.
Takes advantage too, Santa, that little waiver is the Maryland bred and doesn't have to go in for the tag.
Yep. Good point there. A bunch of nice first-timers in here. How about the 9, Love My Freedom, for trainer Timmy trainer Timmy Keefe, My Freedom Child, out of a Not For Love mare, Baby Love. Some nice works here at Laurel Park. A couple 5 furlong works, 101 and change coming into this race. Lasix in debut. Gets Angel Cruz. I like the 9 here. Probably get a decent price on the 9.
I'm assuming maybe this horse just really wasn't a looker. It's taken a little bit of time and has developed. 26,000. This horse is a half the bonus points. If I looked at this correctly, this is what you guys into 2 for 13, 250,000. Half to Lara, who was an 11-time winner. Half to Candid Desire, a 5-time winner, close to over 300,000.
Yep.
They might have got a bargain here with the 9, I Love My Freedom.
And they have the horse in for the waiver, and also the 11 oldies but goodie. McLean's Music, first-time starter here for Larry Johnson and Mike Chumbetta. Some nice works here at Laurel. Pimentel will ride. So a bunch of nice first-time starters here on the outside. And I think you've definitely got to go deep here in this race.
Oldies but goodies by McLean's Music, hitting with a 19% clip with the firsters. That's going to be my angle here, the 11 and the 14.
And you like the Claudio horse down there on the inside. Ran good third and debut. Another one by Freedom Child here in this race. Draws the rail. That might hurt him here in the second start.
Yeah, it was part of the entry that wasn't the one. Probably would have gone up at a much better price, but all things, looking at it, ran well. Broke slow, made a nice little run, just a little flat and late. Could have good positional speed with an alert break. All
right, one of our features of the day. Nice group of 2-year-olds here in race 8. Maiden claiming 40,000 going 3/4. Let's take a look here at the 9th race. We have a late daily double on the turf for you today. Race 9 is going a mile and the 16th on the Exceller, rail at 70 feet. Race 10, they're going a mile in the bowl game, rail at 17 feet. Let's take a look here at the 9th race. 25,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 25,000. My best bet of the day here. Trainer Kelly Rubley's having a nice fall meet. 3 wins from 14 starters here this fall. She does a nice job, stabled up there at Fair Hill. And the 3, Kid Jeter, is going to be my best bet today. I think coming out of a tough race, Tennessee Wildcat, I like that horse in tomorrow, I believe. Tennessee Wildcat was a sharp winner last out at this level. Kid Jeter, I thought, a good second behind that runner. It's going to get a nice inside trip today here. I like the 3, Kid Jeter, my best bet today.
He just kind of goes along at a little steady clip. Is he going to get there? He's 1 for 21, only 1 second and 6 thirds. We'll be bet down. I think we've got him about right, about that 3-1 range. A lot of these horses, they've had those chances to get through with the 2 in life. So David Chant has only had 4 starts, a win, a second, and a third. And the last one we showed, the video spotlight, had a little bit of speed to set it up. I think there's going to be a little bit of speed in here. I like the way Cano's got along with this horse, took this horse a little bit further back. That run sustained, good enough, went right on by. I think you're going to get a square price on the 8. Why not? Right back.
Yep, I like the 8. I'll use that runner in my top 3. The 2, Bungalow for Claudio Gonzalez, a sharp win. First off the claim, they got this Shackelford gelding off Tommy Proctor and Glen Hill Farm. And first off the claim, put him on the turf right to the front, wire to wire for Bungalow. Last out, I would have to imagine, be the same strategy today with the 7-pound Bug Boy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because you got Bungalow, who went out there 24th. The first quarter wasn't bad. They turned it up a notch and another notch after that, and really dictated and went through the wire pretty strongly in that 135 and 1 final clocking for the distance, but may have to deal with the 6 Halya for money. This horse didn't get away really well, but showed an extreme burst of speed to set a brisk pace and held on quite well. Was collared mid-stretch, but didn't really fold it until very, very late. The blinkers come off of the 6. These 2 kind of go out there. Maybe the 2 can rate, or maybe the 6 can rate. We don't know. I know one thing. I don't think they want to get in a head-to-head battle with each other.
All right, nice turf route there to kick off the late daily double. Almost out of time. One more race here. Another maiden claiming 40,000 for 2-year-old fillies. Going a mile on the bowl game. turf course rail at 17 feet. It's good to see these 2-year-olds starting to go longer on the turf, and Hammy Smith going to have the favorite here, 2-year-old filly by Data Link, the 5 War Tweet. A good second last out, going long on the turf for the first time. Second behind Arbutus, who was the sharp winner that day for Dove Houghton. They put the blinkers on today. That could be all this filly needs to get right to the winner's circle with Daniel Centeno up.
You see the company lines, Wise
Gal,
Gal,
yeah.
Lake Geneva's run okay in the 6 Arbutus. Yeah, just didn't quite follow through the blinkers. The benefit now of that route race under her belt, shortening up a little bit. I couldn't find enough from the breeding for the 6, but maybe Hammy has the race around it with the 5 War Tweet and the 6 Greased Lightning.
Now I'm going to Hammy Smith exact, the 5-6. And how about the 2, Something Magical by Street Magician? The debut at Timonium didn't go very well against Maiden Special Weight Company. That was a tough race. Arbutus came back to win out of it. Now they try long on the turf today with Caramano Sabor. That's Epler's main rider. They're 21% together. Maybe the 2, Something Magical, at a big price here in the finale.
Would not be a surprise. You see Street Cry, War Chan in the breeding. That's turf. That horse should be able to handle it. And I'll move to the outside a little bit with the 11 Child's Play. Goes dirt to turf for trainer Tim Woolley. Okay, down inside against the bias dueling. Now moves outside to the turf as a half to Just Call Me KL, who's run okay. Some decent numbers on the turf.
All right, so we have 3 maiden claiming 40,000s today. Those are some of our features this afternoon. 10 races, 5 on the turf. Nice carryover in today's Pick 6. It starts race 5, a little over 6,600 in today's Rainbow Pick 6. So Tim Tulloch and I will be on this afternoon. Good luck to you with the early Pick 4.
Yep.
Try to hit that and then swing it into the late Pick 4.
I'll call Joan today, see if she can make you up a pie or
Abracadabra,
something.
7 deep,
something
and
to
Joan
take
knocks
you
me
need
out.
like a Thanksgiving
Brutal.
turkey.
That was a big ticket, too.
Yeah,
that was a
Christmas
big
present for
swing
you.
and a miss.
Yep.
We come right back today and take
That's
another
right.
swing.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
You got it.
Dave Robin coming up next with all today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.